Good morning and good afternoon. First of all, I thank Mr. Haridol and IPPI for giving this opportunity. I have been associated with IPPI for the last few years, whether in my avatar as NTPC, later on KPMG, and afterwards in GMR. Last 5 years, I am in this firm as a partner in Capital Fortunes. This session specifically speaks about resources, gas and coal. I'll just give an overview for around 2-3 minutes, and I'll request our panelists to speak, and then later on I'll have my own presentation for around 5 minutes. It was very heartening and nice in the morning session to listen to the government through Mr. Jain about how the state is prospering and how there will not be any shortage of power. I have been always a devil's advocate, even though I am optimist, but I am cautiously optimist. This demand which they are showing as around 17,000 to 18,000 megawatt by 18-19 has to be reworked by taking some 7 or 8 things into consideration. Then we'll talk about fuels to support this demand and the resources to support this demand. The first and foremost is, let us have the suppressed demand removed. Always when we talk about demand, it's always suppressed demand. Please be careful. The government always plays around with these numbers. Number 1, the suppressed demands to be removed. Number 2, the 24/7 has to be taken into consideration. Number 3, 9 hours power supply to agriculture has to be really given, at least in the plan you build up when you work out your requirement. Number 4, the huge manufacturing hubs, what the government is planning in the next 3, 4, 5, 10 years, having a plan for 2022, plan for 2029. I think all that inputs from the manufacturing hubs have to be taken into consideration. Next is the industrial corridors being considered. How much power is required for running the locos or trains, or whether railway dedicated freight corridors or industrial corridors. Then of course the reliable power to be given. Reliable power definitely requires spinning of energy. It's very easy to say that we have a spinning capacity, but it's very difficult to really meet that requirement when we do not have gas. Gas is supposed to be spinning, hydro is supposed to be spinning, both are suffering from their own resources. Next is the SEZs which we are creating. Then the new capital, the huge new capital which is coming. And of course the smart cities concept. It reduces the energy because of renewables and your energy efficiency, but it increases the consumption definitely when we are growing to fuel the growth in the next few years. I think these things to be kept in mind, and the demand has to be reworked. It may come to 25,000 megawatt, and suddenly next year we may come and say that Singapore government consultants have told us that if you are to consider all these things, your requirement is 25,000 megawatt by 2022-23, and we are again in the shortfall. We have gone through this sine wave so many times. So that's my caution. And then we'll work out the fuel requirement, the gas requirement, coal requirement, and the movement of that required, and then face that what it is to us in the next few years. With that, I would like to request Mr. Deb to actually take his session, and then we'll come back to them. Thank you.